To adjust the rollers, you loosen this screw, which this one's already loose, and then you can tighten this one up or down to make it go down or up to tighten the rollers. What you want to do is get a piece of your tin, the thickness that you're cutting, and then put it in between there, and you want it to fit really snug, and that's where your adjustments for every one of them all the way down. These screws here loosen to make it go up and down. You can adjust it, the tilt of it, and the up and down and left to right to make sure that it's dead lined up to where the tin is. This one here actually needs to come to the left just a hair. To adjust the shear, what you're going to want to do is turn it on, move the knife all the way up, which is going to put the down button, or vice versa for the lower half. And you can turn it off. To start off on the blade adjustment, you're going to have to loosen these bolts. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Loosen them just a tad, just where they're barely snug. The second blade adjustment are your 5 back nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You want to loosen them just a little bit, just enough to give you play to tighten these up to make your blade adjustment. The third adjustment is your shear gap. So what you want to do is, like you did the back side, loosen each one of these back nuts up. There's also 5 of them as well, and then you want to loosen these screws up 1/4 of a turn, or as you need, all the way down. And what you want to do is get someone to help you on the back side and tighten the back screws up until you can slide a piece of paper in. You want the piece of paper to be snug, but not too tight. And you'll go to each section, and you want to make sure that you can fit the piece of paper in there all the way down on each point. Make sure your tin is cutting straight. What you will want to do is measure from this point to that point, and I've got 14 1/8, and I want to go to the other side and measure that and make sure I also have 14 1/8, which on this machine I do. And if I do need to adjust it a little bit, I will need to loosen this bolt and that bolt and slide it backward or forward till I get the same measurement between here as between down there. To adjust your cut pitch, what you want to do is put a level on this machine, and you can see that my cut pinch is off. It's got to go forward just a little bit. So to move it forward, what you want to do is loosen this bolt, that bolt, and tighten the bottom one up to make it raise up there until you're perfectly level. And you want to do that on both sides. The height at the top of your shear should be from the tin should be anywhere from 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch, depending on how your tin is rolling out. So to adjust that, what you want to do is come to these bolts here, loosen them up 2 or 3 turns on both sides, and make sure the amount of turns you spin this one to make it go up, you also spin the other one so it goes up consistently together. And then you want to level your pitch again as we did previously.